Hey everybody, today is July 29th, 2011. It's a nice day up here in Wisconsin. It's about 82 degrees outside. Not much of a wind, and the lake is calm. And you can see the fish out there jumping. And this is my Wisconsin garden update. But before I get on with the update, I wanted to show you this tool that I use for harvesting lake weeds. It's a tool that I bought about 15 years ago, and I wanted to show you because it's pretty cool. Alright, I wanted to show you this water weed cutter. As you can see, it has a long handle, maybe it's about 5 feet, 6 feet long, and it has two blades at the end in a V. And what you do is you throw this out into the water and you pull it with the rope, and as it drags across the bottom it cuts the weeds. And these blades are very sharp, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, what you do is you put the rope around your hand a couple times, pick it up, and chuck it way out there. And you give it jerks, and it cuts the weeds right off. Well, as you can see, the weeds are floating on top of the water, and there's some fish down there eating whatever I broke off. There's a bass under there, if you could see him. But yeah, these are all just from 2 throws of the tool, and all these are floating on top, and all you do is rake them up, put them in your garden or on your tomatoes, potatoes, or whatever, and it's the greatest mulch in the world. Okay, time for the garden update. Everything is completely overgrown, but I'm completely happy because it's more than I can ask for. There's so many tomatoes. They're about 9 feet tall, some of them. There's squash, there's cucumbers, there's pumpkins, radishes, green beans, and in this video I'm going to concentrate on the harvest and showing you some of the produce that's coming up. But first I'm going to show you my pumpkins. Okay guys, this is my prize-winning pumpkin. I pollinated this one in my last video in Wisconsin about 19 days ago, and you can see how well it's doing. It really took off and got moldy, and I'm just kidding because my real pumpkin is down here, and this one has a stem about 1.5 inches across, and maybe the pumpkin weighs about 6 pounds right now, but it's nice and shady right here, so this is the ideal spot. I need to move the vine because it's going to crush the vine if I don't move it. And yeah, the pumpkins are doing really well, and I couldn't be more happy. And let me show you some of the other things going on here. Okay, here's another pumpkin. I'm not sure what kind it is, but I think it's one of my multicolored pumpkins, and it's kind of buried there in the leaves, and I'm not going to disturb it right now. And let me show you some of the other ones. Alright, as you can see here, my Chinese miniature pumpkins are producing, and I got the seeds from Seed Savers this year. It's an heirloom, and we'll see what comes of these. Hey, here are my watermelons. These are Blacktail Mountain. I have about 8 of them right now. They're about the size of a baseball, and they're taking off, so I'm pretty happy with those. And let me show you what else is going on. Alright, what you're looking at here is a red potato that we planted this year on April 1st. This is our first one. I just dug it up, and what was that? Oh great, the hand is back. Hold on, you guys. Get back! Get back! Get back! This is for real. Get back! Hey guys, there's a squash borer. That's what the moth looks like. So if you guys see one of these on your plants, you better kill it, because you're going to have worms inside your pumpkins. Here are my Mexico midget tomatoes. They're probably about 6 or 7 feet tall, and I probably have about 75 in there that are ripe and ready to pick, which I'm going to do today. Okay, here's my biggest tomato. It's the Big Zack. It's probably about 4 or 5 inches across right now. You can see how big it is to my hand. It's probably going to be bigger than my hand when it finishes. And these tomatoes are huge. If you ever want to grow a big tomato, grow the Big Zacks. Here's a Big Zack tomato that's ready to pick. I'm going to pick it and weigh it. And I'm guessing it weighs about a pound. Maybe I can beat Bobby's record. I think he had one that was 1 pound 6 ounces. His name is MHP Gardener on YouTube. Check him out. He's got some good stuff going on. Here I have a bunch of orange cherry tomatoes ready to pick, and those always seem to do well. Here's a couple Sheboygan tomatoes, and as you can see here, this one has 2 tomatoes out of 1 flower, so I'm guessing that was a mega bloom. And let me show you some other ones here that are pretty big. Here you can see another cluster of Sheboygans, and yeah, those things get pretty big, so I'm hoping for a lot of these this year. Here are some Tommy Toe tomatoes. These are the first ripe ones I've had this year up here. And I'm going to pick them and see how they taste. Here's a King of the North bell pepper. This is my first bell pepper here. And hopefully some of these other ones start producing, and it looks like they are. You can see some have flowers going. Well, it looks like I have a squash going in there. And I was looking over here, and I can see beyond the leaves I have a Waltham butternut squash. So I'm glad to see a few of those going. Okay, here's my harvest for this time. We have some cucumbers. These are Abbott and Cobb cucumbers, introduced in 1928 by Abbott and Cobb. They're heirloom. And here's some heirloom green beans. These are Kentucky Wonder bush beans. And I'm not saving the seeds on these this year because I bought a pound of seeds, and it'll last me into next year. And here are some jalapeno traveler peppers, and those are heirloom. Here's some turnips that I picked. And there's that potato. There's my Big Zack, and here's my haul of tomatoes that I got this time. Lots of cherries, no big ones except for that Big Zack. And yeah, I weighed these, and there's 6 pounds of green beans in there. And it's not as much as I want yet, so we want to be canning these. And that's it. Till next time, stay safe and don't turn your back to the woods.